Okay. So let us move to the further. Online students, last class, we completed. What is the topic name? Steps for development of programmer defined exceptions. Steps for developing programmer defined exceptions. Okay, right. So one of my student, you, while crossing the road, not take care. I looked at, I seen you. While crossing the road, take care of what vehicles are coming. Myself only given RN, you did not see me. While going on the road, we must take care. Okay, now? So we should not go like whenever we are free on the road. Okay, it's my advice. Okay, should have. So now I will move to the further. This is a topic I started in the last class. And exception handling chart also. This is the one. Actually, I want to stop you and I want to ask one question. What is the definition of exception? So, but on the road behind me, some more people are there now. That's why. No. So here, I'll move to the further. Previous class, already we learned these kind of classes are called what classes? Programmer defined or predefined? Predefined exception subclasses. And you see, parent is a class, child is a class, and class child getting from parent, class teacher, class student of what? Teacher. To develop your own exception, you must to take a class, and that class must inherit from where? Exception. And that we took it. Step number 1, step number 2, and we save it on some file name with an extension called what? .py. Okay. So this is the one I already developed it. Shall we go to the examples? And at the same time, today I'm going to introduce the raise keyword. The raise keyword I want to introduce. So the importance of raise keyword in handling programmer defined exceptions. Open the notes. Write a program, write a program which will write a program which will calculate division of two numbers and handle appropriate exception and handle appropriate exception ORR in one more way. ORR, define a programmer defined exception. Define a programmer defined exception in such a way that it must work like zero division error. It must work like zero division error. It must work like zero division error. Right. Look at students. Now I'm going to talk about here. From now onwards, we must enter into the next level of development of examples. Here, the question is very basic question. First level I'm introducing. Program for calculating division of two numbers. two numbers. I said something like input is like this. A is equal to 10, B is equal to what? 2, and output should be like this. I'm just giving it. Output should be 5. C is equal to A by B. Output is expecting 5. One more type of input. Input you look at 10 students. A is equal to 10. Now I'm expecting B is equal to 0. C is equal to what? A by B. What it gives actually? 0 division error. So I already said you, when you are going to learn, when you are going to define any statement you write it, you must identify what type of exception is involving in that. 0 division error. Today, that means when the statement is coming, the 0 division error is coming. How this 0 division error code was written by the PSF people, by the Python developers? Class 0 division error of what? Exception, and they said just a pass. What is written inside of it? Least bother about it. Today also, least bother about it. Class 0 division error of exception. Today I just want to go for, in place of that, I want to develop my own exception. I'll say what? Something like what, 0 division error I am saying. You take it as what? What you want to take it. Take your own exception. How do you take it? In place of 0 division error. So, infinity error. Good word. Infinity error. I want to take it as infinity error. So infinity error is not there in where? Python software. I want to develop my own class. Can you develop your own class? How to develop it? Class. Come on. How do you develop? Now I'm going to write the code. Come on now. Python software. I will go to that. Python software. Come on. Class. Infinity error of what? Exception, and say what? Pass. Now I'm going to give you one file name. I will give. Why file name? Because treated as a module, because other team members also want to use it. Okay na? So what is this exception? I'm giving it as what? Invalid input or INF. I will say infinity dot what? Infinity dot what? Py. What this is known as here, students? File name, and acts as what? Acts as what? Come on. Yes. Acts as module name. Right? Try to save the students. Infinity.py. You try to save it. Now I'm going to take up 6 p.m. this place. Now I'm going to talk about case one. Case one, I'm going to talk about it. So there I'm going to take about it, infinity.py. Now I want to take this, my class is ready. Here infinity is called what type of exception? Here infinity is called infinity error is called what? Programmer defined exception. Is called programmer defined exception subclass. Students in online, exception subclass. This is called phase number 1. This is called phase number 1. Are you able to follow? Phase number 1. Here infinity error is called programmer defined exception subclass. It is called phase number 1. Next. Okay. Earlier what is happening? 0 division error, correct? 0 division error. It is called one type of what? Class name. Value error is also called what? Class name. This is called first phase development. Exception development is called phase number 1. Second one is what? You come to second layer I am talking about. In an application, multiple layers I will take it. This is a layer 1. Is comes under which development? Exception development. Layer number 2 is what you know? See students, int of I am writing 10x. What is int of here? Is a function, right? It is a function. Yes or no? It is a function or not? So I'm writing something like a K. Tell me, is this int function is able to convert this 10x into integer value? What is happening internally? Implicitly, PVM uses a keyword called what? Raise of which exception? Which exception? Int of 10x. Is it able to convert or unable to convert? Which error? That means what is that exception or not? So whenever you are passing invalid input for this conversion, PVM uses which keyword? Raise of your exception name. What is the exception name? Yes, raise is a keyword which is used for what? Hitting the exception, generating the exception. Whenever there is other than numerical data, any alphanumeric is coming, any str data is coming, any pure strings are coming, it is going to say what? Raise what error? Value error. I hope you are following this. Raise what error? Value error. So I hope that what is the raise keyword? Raise keyword so far used by PVM implicitly. Implicitly. That means PVM has come to know that if you are passing wrong input in the int function, they used which keyword? Raise keyword. Raise followed by what? Name of the exception. That exception must be developed earlier or not. In phase one, exception development is done. In phase number two, what is done? Exception hitting is done. Hitting. Exception hitting. Are you following me? So here three things. Development, hitting, consuming. So this is called what? Development. Next is what? Hitting. Hitting means raising when that particular situation is occurring. Are you getting? Now, level number three, I will go for that is called handling. Exception development, exception raising, exception handling. That is handling means what? Converting into technical error message into what message? User friendly. How many phases? Three. Number one, exception development, exception hitting, exception handling. So first out of this handling means which keywords you will use? Try, except. Hitting means which keyword you will use? So out of the 5 keywords, try, except, else, finally raise. Out of these keywords, which keyword will come first? Raise. That is called exception. Birth starts from which keyword? Raise. When it raise, who will handle it? Try. Next, except. Later, else finally will come. This is an order of the things. So exception birth starts from where? Raise. Now tell me, 10 by 0. What PVM use which keyword? Raise. Which error? 0 division error. Good. In place of 0 division error, I want to take my own error called what? Infinity error. Shall I go further? This is called phase number 1, students. Online students, did you understand? Simple example. Here I said development, hitting, handling. Development, hitting, handling. Three things. Suppose you want to eat mango. You want to eat mango. What you will do? Mango development. The tree must be there. Mango tree must be there. Mango tree must be there. Mango is this here. Next mango. This is called mango development. Mango will come to the market and they will go for selling or not. Mango hitting, mango selling. And you are the one. You are buying the mango. You are eating the mango or not. So to eat the mango, how many phases required? Mango selling plus mango cultivation is required. So mango cultivation is called what? Development. Mango selling is called what? Hitting. Handling is nothing but what? Eating, consuming. Anything you take it. You want to buy the car. What you will do? Car development, car selling, car purchasing. Correct? Yes. Now I will go for second phase. Important. I will go on all the examples with the 3 phases. Now I'm going to take it. My dear students, division dot div dot div division dot py. Division dot py. In that, I'm defining one function. What is my function name? Division. Division of what? A comma B. A comma B, it is a function name. It is a function name which is getting two values from where? Main program. Main programmer will pass how many values? Two values. You are passing the value for int function or not? Like that. You are passing two values for this. We are passing the values to the NumPy module. We are passing the values or not? Like that. We are passing A comma B. These are the two values I am passing. Now tell me, if I write C is equal to what? A by B. If the denominator is 0, which exception is raised? Zero division error. Today I don't want to give the chance to the PVM to raise zero division error implicitly. I want to make the PVM to raise our own exception. So I will write my own condition. Shall I write my condition? Come on. I will check A na B na? B. If B is 0, raise what error? Ma? Infinity error. Raise what error? If I write C is equal to A by B, who will check B is 0? PVM. When PVM feel that B is 0, which exception it raises? Now, since I am writing my own logic to raise my own exception, B is equal to what? 0. If B is 0, tell me. Raise? Easy. Raise? Infinity error. So already I have already developed or not? This must be taken. Suppose if I did not develop, you will get which error? You will get which error? Which error? Huh? Huh? If I did not develop this, if I did not develop that, if I say infinity error is this one, which error? What is that? Which is not found error? Huh? Class not found error. Who's that? Who is that? Class not found error. Correct. Who is that? Correct. Who is that? Correct. Class not found error, PVM don't know. So it is wrong variable you are using. So that time it is giving name error. Which error? Name error. It is name error will come because we don't know about it. To know about it, what I say from, come on, infinity. What is my module name now? From infinity, it is my module name. It was saved it. Come on, from infinity, import what error? Infinity error. Infinity error. What is this infinity error? Class name. In which module? What is the definition of module? A module is a collection of global variables, function names, class names. Is it class name coming or not? Yes. Raise infinity error. Else, what I do? What I do? Return off A by B. If B is 0, raise your own error. Raise your own error. Otherwise, if B is not 0, give the result. So here, raise keyword is used for hitting the exception, hitting or generating the exception, by the PVM when condition satisfied. Condition satisfied. Are you following me? When condition satisfied, then you are raising. Always raise keyword we use inside of where? Function name. Because in functions we do the operations. In the operation, if your input is wrong, I will raise my own error. Are you following, students? Well, clear? This is known as what? Second phase. Phase number 2. Division is called one function. Infinity, I am raising the exception. This is called the development of an exception. This is called what? Hitting the exception. This is called development of function name. Development of function, common function, where it can raises the exception by using which keyword? By using raise keyword. I hope you are understanding raise keyword. What do you know about raise keyword? First thing, I already wrote it. Purpose. Raise keyword is used for raising the exception inside the function body or raising the exception when certain condition is satisfied. Second rule, raise keyword always to be used inside the function body only. Function body only. Are you able to follow? Right. And raise keyword implicitly used by PVM for predefined exceptions. Raise keyword explicitly used by the programmer and makes the PVM to raise programmer defined exceptions. Whenever I write a 10 by 0, PVM will use implicitly raise keyword for which error? 0 division error. But what I am doing, I don't want to make the PVM to raise which error? 0 division error. I want to make the PVM to raise my own exception by writing B is equal to what? 0. I hope you are following me. So this is called phase number 2. So always develop the exception, hit the exception, develop the exception, hit the exception. When hitting the exception, whoever is calling this function, they will handle it. Okay, this is known as what here? This is known as what here? Tell me. File name and what name? Module name. Because module eligibility is what? Contains function. Contains function. Beautiful. Go to the place division.py. Save it. Done. Students. Well. Now I'll write one main program. It is a seller. It is a seller. Now I'm going to introduce one more kind of stuff. Others.py Python. There I'm writing what? Division demo.py. Division demo.py. Demo.py. There I'm going to take up A is equal to int of input of what I'm doing. Enter. Come on. First value. Enter first value. Next I'm going to take it second value. Second value I'm taking. Enter second value I'm taking. Second value. Okay, good. Now I'm going to take up. Earlier we used to do C is equal to A by B. Today I'm not going to write. Already there is a function name called what? Division. Present in which module? Division.py. Students. Now I'm going to call it as function call. Division. Division of what? A comma B. What is this is called? Function call. Function call. What does this function call do? Gives two things. One is result. One more is exception. U. Job, no job. Job means what? Result. No job means what? Exception. Either ante kada. Either job or no job. No job means what? Exception. Function call gives one is what? Result or exception. Result means hold it in RES. Result means hold it in RES. If it is coming return of A by B, you hold the result here. If it is exception, write it in which block? Write it in which block? Try block. Suppose if you don't know how to handle the exception, you see div is equal to div of A comma B comma is equal to RES dot format of A comma B comma RES you say. RES you say. So run this code. Say here I'm going to say 3 phases. This is called a main program, students. This is acting as what program? Main program. Main program this is. Try to run. I'm going to enter into the command prompt. Go to the command prompt. CMD here. Here I'm going to take up. See students. Here I'm going to take up E colon. Go to your location. Python 6 p.m. Say exceptions here. See guys. Py. Now this is division demo.py. See students. Division demo.py. Where it is saved in? Okay. CD what? Case 1. Yeah. In that place I saved it. Correct? You run this now. Enter the first value. 10. Enter the second value. 2. Who will enter this value? End user. End user will enter the data. Who will accept the end user data? Main program. Passing to whom? Layer 2. Layer 2 is called what? Division. Which will give you what? Compulsory error now. PVM don't know what is this. Function call don't know. Function definition was there in where? Division module. But I did not import, right or not? You will get error. What is that error? What is that error? Module? Module? Correct. Name error. Name error. ముద్దు బాబులు మీరు అసలు division of what? AB function call. For every function call, function definition is required. Function definition is not there. You'll get name error. In my description also I said. Be careful, students. So here you see this now. Name error. Name division is not defined. So I must say where is my definition is available. Come on now. From where? Division. Import what? Division. Capital D, small d. So now done. Now execute. Now see this now. And enter 10, 2, 10 and 2. Pass. 10 and 2. Go to this place. Division. Go to where? Division module. Under that division function you see. What is the value here? 10, 0. 10 comma 0. And B is 0 is equal to 0. B is what? What is the value I entered, ma? 2, sorry. 2. 2. 2 is equal to 0. False. Come to return. 10 by 2, 5.0. 5.0 stored in where? RES. Okay. RES is result is coming. Happy. Next, second case, 100 and 0. Who is entering this input? End user. End user is going to pass the values are taken by main program. Sending to whom? Come on. Division of AB. It goes to where? Division function. What is the value of A? 100. B value 0. 0 is equal to 0. True. Raise. Infinity error. Wherever this raising, it is sending to the place from whichever place you called. Which place it was called, students? From the main program division demo. To this place only, line number 5 only, exception is sending. When exception is sending, are you supposed to handle it or not? This programmer must handle it. Is this person is handling? No. Which message will come? Which message will come? Technical error message will come. See that technical error message you see? What is this message? Please read out. This entire thing is called which message? Infinity dot infinity error. Infinity is called what? Module name. Dot what? Infinity error. This is entire thing is called which message? Technical error message. To avoid this, I must handle the exception or not? To handle it, whichever statement is generating the exception, such a statement must be written in which block? Try block. What is the try block? It is a block in which we wrote a block of statements which generates exception. Or what are all the statements are generating exception? They must be written inside of try block. I said very clearly, point to point, pin to pin explain. Just like even that much clearly I explained it. Now, in this place, what I will write it? In this place, I will write what? Except, what error? Infinity error. Infinity error. Infinity error. Now I am saying that, see students, first time I am writing, what is this now? Don't enter what? 0 for, don't enter 0 for what? Denominator. Don't enter 0 for denominator. This is a message I am saying. Are you able to follow? Try to run. Again, error will come. What is that error? Related to what? Infinity error. Infinity error. See this now? Getting, of course, indentation symbol is required. See students, now I'm getting 100 and 0. What is this now? Name error. Infinity error is not defined. I need to go for what? Come on. From, come on. Infinity. From where? Infinity. Come on. Import infinity error. Infinity is called what? Module name. From there I need to take it because I'm going to handle that exception. What is this is called? Handling the exception is equal to try plus what? Except. Hitting the exception is nothing but which keyword? Raise keyword. Development is nothing but what? Class. These are the three things. This is comes under, what is this now? Phase number 3. Phase number 3. Are you able to follow? And moreover, see students, execute my program, 100 and what? 0. What is the message? Don't enter 0 for denominator. Understanding the flow is important. Once again, I will run 100 and 0. Who will enter the input? Quickly. End user. Who will take main program? Layer number one, top layer, layer number one. Passing to whom? Division of. Go to where? Division module. Division module. In the division module, what is there? Division function. What is the value of AB? 100 and 0. 0 is equal to 0. What is happening? Raising our own exception. Which keyword I am using? Raise. That exception is sending to the place from where you called or not. In this place only that exception substituted. Immediately who is ready? Try. When the batsman hitting the ball, catching is the ready. When catcher is not there, next match removed. Exception came. Technical error message. Understand? Hitting require what? Catching. Who is that catcher here? Try and what? Accept. Accept infinity error and immediately this message is giving. I hope that flow is clear. Understand? And moreover, if exception is coming, you keep only that statement. That is a result generated statement. This I will write it. Which one? Else block. I wrote written result generated thing I am writing in else block. Getting? Monitoring, exception message, result printing, and no need to write which block. If at all you need, you can write finally block. Just for practicing, I am writing. I am from which block? Finally block. No need. What is the use of finally block? To relinquish the resources which are obtained in which block? Try block. No more resources here. I need not to go for it. Are you following me? Run this code. See students, enter the data. 120 output is coming perfectly. Else block plus finally block. You say 100 and then 0. Don't enter 0 for denominator. I'm from finally block. Perfectly all the keywords are there. Understand? Understand? Yes. Any doubt on this? Any doubt? Come on. You are very good students. You have any doubt? You are thinking, what is your doubt you are thinking? I am telling my doubt is like this. Say here 10 and 2x. 10 and what? 2x. 2x means what? Value error. Which line that exception is occurring? Line number 7 now? Correct. Who said 7? Correct. Who is that? You said wrong answer. So line number 5. Correct. Line number 5. But the line number 5 is not under monitoring. Line number 5 is not under monitoring. It is above the try block. It is above the try block. So see, it is not going to give you any technique. It is not going to give you any user-friendly error message because it is out of that. See line number 5. One more time, you say KVR here. I will say KVR here. See, that is also called what? Value error. What I will do? If at all you need, I will write happily what? Try. Try for those statements. For those statements, I will write try. For that type, for that one, I will write what? Except. See, beautiful. Beautiful. Try in try. Nested try. List in list. Nested list. Like that. Try in try. Nested try. Except. What is that now? Value error. Value error. Beautiful. Print of what? \t. Say, don't enter what? ALNUMs, STRs, and what next? Symbols. Symbols, I'll say, run this code. See students, run, say here, I'm saying KVR, got it. Don't enter ALNUMs, etc. Are you following? You say next term, 200 and 2x, done. You say 200 and then 0. Don't enter 0 for denominator. Able to follow? Yes. Next 300 and then 50. Result is coming. Good. Are you following? This is written try in try. Try in try. Instead of that, you can write one more also. One more also. This is try in try. Sir, can I write everything in one try? No problem. You can write it. What is that now? In place of that, remove this, take it as usual, students. Now else part, finally part, etc. Finally block. this part, you try to write it here only you write it, but write these two lines also in where under this try only you write it. What are all the statements are generating exception? Right under one try block. Understand? Right here. Done. You try to write. Division demo 1.py. .py, that is one thing. Two main programs I wrote for the same program. So here I'm writing, in this case, for your thing, you are an expert in the exceptions. I will write what? Except without any exception. Your favorite, oops, something went wrong. Print of what? My girls also saying, oops, something went wrong. Something went wrong. So something went wrong like this. So that is only for practice. That is only for practice. Why it is, I already said to you. Clear cut knowledge, I said. 120, answer came. Answer came. 100, answer came. Answer came. 100 and what? 400 and then 2x, answer came. Are you able to follow, students? Done. Clear up? Very nice. Understood? So how many developments? When you want to develop any programmer defined exception, how many developments? 3 phases. Number 1, development of exception. Number 2, hitting of the exception. Number 3, handling of the exception. Understood? Students in online, did you understand this entire procedure? Now I am going to enter into the second case. So this I was handled it. All the students, you please respond it so that I can go to the multiple examples now. Open the notes. Read them. Students, open the notes. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will generate, which will generate, which will generate, which will generate, which will generate multiplication table, multiplication table, multiplication table for a given number, multiplication table for a given number, multiplication table for a given number. Next line. This is what is our question. I already dictated, but today something more requirement based you have to write. Next line. You write validations. Next line you write subheading validations. Under the same you write. First point. If the number is positive, 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 generate, if the number is positive, generate multiplication table. Next, one more, second one. If the number is 0, if the number is 0, if the number is 0, hit the exception, hit, H-A-T, hit the exception, hit the exception. Which exception you want to write exam in the bracket? 0 error, in the bracket, 0 error. It is our own exception I want to develop. 0 error. You also need to follow the PSF style. 0, Z capital, error, E capital. Like that you need to follow. If 2 words are there, 2 words, first letters must be capital. No space to be given. Are you following, students? This is the notation followed by PSF. We will also follow the same notation. Okay. Next, third one. Third one. If the number is alphanumeric. Anjali, today you got your raise keyword, ma? Yesterday you asked, I think so. Raise keyword you got today. I think you only asked that question yesterday. Raise keyword not completed. Yes, I am remembering that. Good. Today you understood? Happy? Yeah? So, okay, right. Now, under that, if the number is alphanumeric or str, If the number is str alphanumeric or symbol, then raise value error, raise value error, raise value error. Next, fourth one. If the number is negative, if the number is negative, if the number is negative, come on, then generate, then generate, then generate, come on, negative number error, NEGNUM error. If you want, you can write negative completely, negative number error, negative number error. Then this indicates what, ma? Our previous code and this code, you observe it. When you go for an industry, they will go for these requirements. I want a multiplication table for positive number only. If other person enter other than positive number, are we giving these exceptions or not? Now you will get one beautiful doubt. Sir, this same thing we can do by using if-else statement also, no, sir? Can we do by using if-else statement also now? Yes or no? Yes. Now you take an example. Now I want to tell you the reason. See, students, if pin is wrong, for example, pin is wrong, for example, this is a if statement, this is a if statement, this is simple if statement or anything. Some statements are there, if statement, some other statements are there. Suppose they enter a pin is wrong. This is wrong, satisfied or wrong. It will go to other if also, na? Other if also, or if it is written else, for example, it will come to else. Else means this will not execute. After this else, after this is not executing, it will go to other statements also will execute or not. But our situation in real time is what? When pin is wrong, would you like to, is that ATM software stops the process or not? It will stops the process, correct or not? To stop the process, what is that stopping the process? Abnormal termination. If else statement will do what? Either it will execute one block or some other block, but other statements will execute or not. But in the case of exception, what is happening? If something serious inputs are wrong, seriously the inputs are wrong, what you should do? You should abnormally terminate the program execution. To terminate the program execution abnormally, you need what? Exceptions, not if-else statement. If-else statements are what? Decision making and to proceed further in the program execution. But exceptions are those. If seriously something is wrong, what we'll do? We will terminate the program execution. If a username or password is wrong, it is stopping there only until you enter correctly. Otherwise, it won't execute else part of the program. Correct or not, students? So I'm going to say here, exception handling importance is if seriously some inputs are wrong, it will be abnormally terminated then and there. If I use if-else statement, it will execute other part of the program, but it should not happen it. Are you following that? So seriously, exceptions are completely different from if-else statement. Shall I move to the further? So for development of this example, what is my file system today I'm planning? What is my, are you understanding the raise keyword? Let me show you one raise keyword here. Before that, small raise keyword, I want to talk about it. So here raise keyword nodes I will show you. Raise keyword. Try to read, all of you try to read. Raise is a key used for hitting or raising or generating the exception, provided some condition must be satisfied. Today, if B is equal to 0, raising the exception or not? Next, raise keyword always used inside of function definition only. Why? In the function definition only, we are writing operational related logic. Correct or not? Next, PVM raise keyword. PVM uses raise keyword implicitly for hitting predefined exceptions. That means already in the PVM, they wrote the raise keyword. Correct or not? Next, whereas programmer makes the PVM to use raise keyword explicitly for hitting or generating Programmer defined exception. To hit my own exception, I will tell to PVM, you raise my own exception. Don't raise your exception because I am making my conditions to satisfy. Are you following me? Syntax number one, if test condition, raise exception, short syntax, full length syntax, DEF, function name, list of formal parameters if any, test condition, raise of what? Exception class name. Are you following? Here also 5 points I said. Already 17 points are there. 17 plus 5, 22 points. 22 points when you will tell, I don't know. When you will tell tomorrow? Tomorrow. Tomorrow or 1 week? Huh? Huh? Tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow. Who will tell tomorrow? Raise your hands. I want to see your faces once. One. Okay. Good. One student. Next. Okay. Girls. Tomorrow you said some boys came. Okay. Tomorrow. Okay. I will ask compulsory. 22 points compulsory. I will ask. I will ask. Okay. 2, 3 members. Others. You need to have self-confidence by yourself, students. This is what I don't like it. You raise your hand at least. Raise your hand, all of you. Raise. He's raising left hand like a politician. Okay. Now I will ask compulsory tomorrow. Compulsory I will ask you tomorrow. They said only 3 members said they will go to immediately. He is a danger guy. Compulsory will ask the question. At least they will open the book. They will compulsory read like anything. Compulsory will ask them 3 members. If you don't come, I can't do anything else. But one day you will come to the class. That day I will compulsory ask. I will remember everybody. You don't know that. So compulsory I'll ask tomorrow. 22 points. If I don't ask, compulsory last onwards, I will start. Compulsory I'll ask you. Careful. Okay. If I don't ask, you see. So Giridharan, we will try tomorrow. If not, definitely by Monday. Okay. Openly. I'm speaking how openly? Like friends, I'm talking to you. Openly, open-hearted. I'm talking like anything to you. Outside, I don't talk to anybody. Actually, my student is visible outside. I'll ask questions, but sometimes I don't ask. Okay, no problem. Students, only thing is I'll keep pressure that you hold the pressure and read well. That is my advice. That's all. So students, now I will move to the further. Shall I go to that example? What is my file system, students? Now see, case 2. Case 2. What is my example? 2 things I will write it. What is the first one? Development of what phase? Exception. This is called what? Phase 1. Development of exceptions today. Phase 1. Correct or not? Phase 1. I will take it. 1. What I will do in that? What exceptions I said, ma? 0 error. I planned to develop. Next is called what? Value error. Anyhow, it is already there. It is already there. Next is what? Negative number error. Negative number error. This is I want to develop it. Is it my 3 exceptions or not? Well, second phase, ma. Development of what? Common function. What function? Development of common function. This is called phase number 2. Phase number 2. Phase 2 this is. Phase 2 this is. Phase 2. There I am taking what? I am taking MUL table. MUL table is my function. Is my function. Next I am going to write it what? Main program. Main program, that is a executor, is a handler like a TV remote. TV remote. It is called what? Phase number 3. Phase number 3. Phase number 3. I will take it a main program name MUL table demo. MUL table demo dot what? PY. This is my file system. This is my case related files. Shall I start now? Like ATM, so take it ATM. What is that now? Reverse card error, PIN error, insufficient fund error, money exceed limit error. All those things are what? Exceptions. What are the functions? Deposit, withdraw, balance inquiry, PIN error, PIN generate. So many number of functions are there or not? And main program, it's a user interface. Like that, you need to bifurcate your big problem into different layers. Now I will start. First one is what? 0 error. Now I will start my coding. I will go to it. Now I will go to this code. I will hand over this task to some X programmer, this task to Y programmer. Both of them will develop. I will integrate in my main program. Parallel development will be taking place. Parallel development. Let's go. If you want, you can develop in where? PyCharm also you can develop. You can develop in this place also. So it is your choice. I'll go to PyCharm now. So one example I will show in PyCharm. Okay, now I'll go to that. I will go to this place. Here I'm going to take up, just close this part, close this project now, close this project. So new project I'm taking. So I'm taking here 6 p.m. EXCEPT. There I'm going to take up. Okay. Now I'm going to introduce this part. Look at this now, new. I'm taking. Come on. MUL, MUL, EXCEPT. MUL table exceptions.py. Exceptions.py. MUL table related, program related exceptions. I'm giving that file name .py. There I'm going to take up. It is acting as what now? File name and module name. File name and module name. Tell me now. Class, come on students. Zero error of what? Exception of colon what? Pass. One more exception please. Class value error. Value error already there or not? Value error is already there. Why should I take my that? So negative number error. Negative number error of what? Base exception. Base exception I said. Anyone? Exception or base exception? Both of them I want to take it. Are you okay? Would you like to write value error? No need. What is the need of that? No need to take it. Already it is there now. Don't waste your time because already it is present. This is called exception development. Go to next what? Go to next what? ML table. I need to go for phase number two. Two exceptions I developed it. Go to phase number two. See students, go to the next one. What is this now? MUL table. MUL table dot what? PY. MUL table dot PY. There I'm going to take it. What this is now? File name and what next? Module name. There I'm going to take it. DEF. What is this now? Table of N. Table of N. N is coming from where? Main program. Now write the logic. What is my requirement? If N is equal to 0, say pass. Now I am writing elif. N less than 0, say pass. Say pass. Next, elif N greater than 0. Now I need to say pass. Now you decide. N equal to 0. What should I do? Come on. Raise. What? What error? 0 error. 0. It is giving 0 division, it is saying. But I don't want 0. What I do is to get the type of help, you see, from where? Come on. MUL table exceptions. Import what? Star. Just I said. And now you say, raise what? 0 error. The moment when I import my module, now automatically this is coming. Is it working like my predefined or not? Along with the 0 division error, my exception also came. Understand? So PyCharm will help you everything, but Edit Plus will not help. Edit Plus is a strict software. If you type it now, you'll get much knowledge. Understand? Now next I will go to one more type of thing. Come on, next what is this students? Go to this place. Here I will go for it. What is the next there? What is the next one? If it is less than that, what should I do students? Come on, raise negative number error. It's already there. Negative number error. Both of them are coming from where? MUL tab. So actually star is not recommended, but I wrote it is not recommended students actually. comma, what next? Negative number error. It is a practicing regular industry style. If it is that, now I'm going to say students, now I'm going to say pass, I'm saying there I need to write it. Print of saying something like that 50. Now I'm saying print of multiplication table for dot format of what? N. Dot format of N. There I'm going to take up, write the logic. What is the logic there? For I in range of 1 comma 11, print of what? Backslash T. You know already this type of logic. Dot format of what? N comma I comma N into I. That's all. So my table function is ready with exceptions ready. Result is ready. Exceptions are ready. When you say wrong input, I am raising the exception. When you say correct input, I am giving the result. Are you following? When you read well, answer will come. When you don't read well, exception will come. Natural, life.py. If you read the notes very well, you'll get the job. Otherwise, you'll get what? Exception. Are you following me? Right. So, are you getting, students? Without reading, no jobs will come. You are thinking, sorry, saying and feeling little dull. Without reading, nothing will come. Without working hard, nothing, no result will come. You know that now? Yes. That's why, students, take care. Now this is completed. So third phase I want to go for. What is my third phase? MEL table demo.py. MEL table demo.py. Next one I'm going to take up. See, students, new MEL table demo.py. Now I'm going to take up. Okay, happy. What program it is? Which program it is? Come on now. Tell me. N is equal to int of input of enter a number for generating MEL table. I know because of writing that statement, being an experienced programmer, you know that there is a chance of getting which exception? Value error. By looking at the statement, you have to recognize what error it is. A doctor look at the patient, he will say what problem it is. Nowadays, doctor, they won't say. They will write 101 tests, they will write, wasting the money of the patients. And finally, by seeing that money expensive, they are becoming more patients. Right? So come on to the point. Now, what is that now? What exception? Value error. Doctor, you leave it. You're a Python doctor. So Python doctor need to know when line is written, you need to know when the result will come, when the exception will come. That is your programming. What exception will come? Value error. If I enter a ABC, value error. If I enter a 2x, value error. If I enter a dollar, value error. If I don't enter anything, space, that is a value error. Correct or not? To handle it, I have to write this statement in where? Try. Now I'm calling today. What is my function name I'm calling? I'm calling my function name what? Table. Table of. I'm calling. Table of what? N. N. There I'm writing. From what is this now? From where? MEL table. From MEL table. From MEL table. Come on. Import what? Table. So table, it is a function call. This function call. This is a function call. See how simple I am saying. This function call gives how many results? Go there. Observe this function call gives exceptions as well as what? Result. If exception come, tell what is the error. If answer will come, you enjoy. Correct or not? If you have a car going on the way, enjoy the music and AC journey. If punctured, you do the puncture also. Both mechanic need to know, journey need to enjoy. Both of them you need to know. If error is coming, tell the what is the error. If result is coming, give the result. Understand? So keep this function. It gives you what? Result or what? And what? Exception. Both of them are coming. Since it is coming that, I need to write in where? Try. How many exceptions are coming from there? How many exceptions are coming from there? 2. 0 error and what? And plus this is also an exception or not? Write this statement also under this. Are you following? Both of them are generating exception statements only. This will give you value error. This will give you 0 error. This will give you negative number error. Say students. Now I'm writing there. Come on, more. Except, what is that now? 0 error. 0 error is not coming because that was there in one place. What you do from there? Come on. From MUL table exceptions, import. What is import? Better to write. What is that now, students? 0 error, comma, negative number error. Value error already present. Value error. What is value error? Exception class name. Predefined exception class name. All predefined functions and predefined class names by default present in dash module. By default, print function, input function, ID function, some kind of classes, some normal classes, 0 division error. Built-ins, beautiful. Built-ins. Built-ins is the default module. చూపిస్తాను ఎక్కడ చెప్పాను మొద్దుబాబులు మీరు మొద్దుబాబులు మీరు. So coming to the point of it, modules. You have to remember, students. So modules. Out of many predefined modules, by default, one of the predefined modules called built-ins imported to all the programs. Explain. I was executed one program also. Where is that? 6 p.m. functions and still file name I am remembering. Globals function 1.2 dot something. 1.2 dot something I am remembering. Function 1, I hope so. This is the one I wrote the code. Operations. This is the code I was run. I will execute now only. I'll show. I will make your eyes to open. PY. Globals. Function example 1.py. Globals function example 1.py. See the answer. Here I read what? Built-ins. This is the third time I am showing this example. Already one day I shown you. Again I am showing. Forgetting also something is required. Forgetting last year concept means there is a reason. Every day I am showing practical in the class. The moment I speak, I am speaking through programming only. How can you forget? Forget? No, because you are not reading. That's the main problem. Please read the notes. You will not get the same opportunity again, students. I am saying to you. Already you are experiencing. If you don't read my notes, how can you? The backbone in your life, I'm telling to you. So within coming to 2 to 3 years, you need almost 20,000 AI developers are required who knows Python coding. 20,000 AI developers required. And you don't think 20,000 developers, where I am 20,000, so many are there. Whether you know it or not, even you are seeing my 7 o'clock, lot of working professionals are there from different countries. Morning 7 a.m. Many people, even my colleague is also there who is from USA. They are having different domains. They are experts, project managers, they are managers, team leads, having 15, 17 years experience. They are experts in other domain. Everybody is learning Python. Why? Because the Python is a coding for AI implementations. They are already experts. Why they will be learning? Why they are learning Python? They are seeing lot of skill development in the further AI, cloud computing, those kind of level of developments required. Python is compulsory for you. If you know coding well, you can do everything. NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib matters a lot. Our notes, everything you preserve it. Read first of all. If you don't read for certain days, you will forget. If you forget, even if you open, no meaning of that. So that's why. So Lokesh Kumar also is from, I hope you are from USA. Lokesh, am I correct? Is from is also working professional, is from USA. So am I correct, Lokesh? So is, yes. So there are so many people in morning 7 a.m. Lot of working professionals are there. They are experts in their domains. They are learning because lot of AI tools are going to come. As a fresher students, you are students, you learn well, read well, and try to be careful. Okay, now, and don't be playful. Life is to become easy, to lead easy. You'll read well notes, practice my examples. Okay, right. So daily I cannot go for giving such things motivational skill. I need to teach the subject. Okay, come on, start. 0. What is this now? Error. So I'm going to take up here. I'm going to write it. Tell me, what is this now? \t. I'm saying don't enter. Don't enter. What? 0 for what? MUL table. This is one thing. Next is called what? EXCEPT. What is the next mark? Negative number error. Negative number error. Print of what? I will say don't enter negative number for multiplication table. Don't enter negative number. So I'm going to take it. Negative number, don't enter. So negative number for multiplication table, something like you are writing like this. Next I will write it what? Except. What is that now? Except what error? Value error. That is a predefined. I'm not importing. By default, where it is present in built-ins. Is it necessary to import built-ins? Zero division error I did not import, by default present. So what I will say now? Print of what? \t. So don't enter ALNUMs, STRs, and symbols. That's all. And always, except of this. This tail is important because when you write a code, it should possess robustness. It should give robustness. Print of what? So something went wrong. So something went wrong. Something went wrong. You just give some suggestion to them. And finally block, I need not write. When I come to database level now, database communication time, I will explain. I'll explain for you. Okay now? Shall I run my code? It is called what? Main program. Let us run this now. See students, here I'm going to say, understand the flow. Enter a number for generating multiplication table. So I will enter what now? First -5. Take the flow, all of you. Who entered this input? End user. Taken by what? Main program. Sending to which function? MUL table. It will go to MUL table. It will go to the table function of this module. What is this n value? 5. -5, sorry. -5 is equal to 0. False coming to where? L is -5 less than 0. True. Raise what? Negative error. It will go to the place from where you called. Here, what error? Negative number error came. It come out of which block? Try block. Looking for first except block, not matching. Looking for next except block, matching. And it is going to give you this value. It is going to give you this message. See here. It is going to give you this message. Are you able to follow? Now, let us run this once again. Now you know how to take the flow. How to take the flow? Don't enter 0 for multiplication table. You say next is called what? 2x you say. It is going to say don't enter symbols ALNAMs. Anything you enter, if it is wrong, tell what is entered wrong. If it is correct, you give the result. That is your development students. 9 result is going to come. Is 9 is coming or not? From now onwards, you should habituate the standards. Okay, now on any problem task, you can easily do it. Provided you need to have the coding standards first. Without coding, if you speak that, this, etc., people can't listen. If you say I'm this, that, and etc., nobody will care. You are able to write the code, sit. Otherwise, take your bag and go. Are you following? This is called the things. How many things? How many things we developed it? 3 things are there here. 3 developments are there. This is comes under case number 2. Case number 2 here. Exceptions here. Case number 2. This is case number 2. Are you able to follow? Case number 2. Done. In this place, I just want to place it. Okay, now shall I move to the further? Lokesh. So how do I use a custom defined module stored in shared location, sir? How do I use a custom defined module stored in a shared location? So I hope this is something like package. I use custom defined module stored in shared location. How can we use it? By importing. So we are sharing stored in shared location. I mean, are you asking about it? These terms I understand. One is I understand in two ways. If I want to use it, this already I addressed it. I think Lokesh, if you remember me, this I used it in the form of what? Import, because all of them are present in where? Same folder. Suppose if my student want to use the same thing in where? Some other location, for example, what I do? These two things, which two things? These exceptions plus these two, I will keep it in where? One folder. One separate folder I will keep it. One separate folder I will keep it. I am going to keep it. This I am going to keep it. In some place I will take it. What is this now? C colon. In this place or C colon or D colon or whatever it is. Now I am going to say one folder and that I am going to write it. Something like MUL. Simply I am going to say MUL. MUL experiment. This I am saying. Inside of that I am going to paste it. What are these called? Package. This is a package. Is a package or not? And this is called what? MUL table exceptions are what? Dependencies on where? MUL table. What I do? What I do? Lokesh. This is an MUL exception. This I will do what you know. I will generate what? Zip file I will generate. Compressed to zip file. This is going to be, I hope, this place you try to cut it. And because it is in this place, some permissions are denied there. And MUL exceptions here, once again coming back. And this PC. And here MUL somewhere else there is a MUL exceptions. This is the one. You go for that. You say what? Compress to zip file. It is ready. This zip file, what I will do? I'll put it into Google Drive. When I put it into Google Drive, what is happening? What is happening? So I hope somewhere else. Yeah, here it is available. Here it is available. This part, I will keep it in where? Google Drive. When I keep it into Google Drive, suppose if Lokesh want to use it, he will download this. When it downloads, it is coming to where? Downloads folder. And he will copy the downloads folder, put it in where? His own local folder. When he is writing main program, what he will do? Import my module name. What is my module name? MUL table. From MUL table, import what? Table. Table. What is the error will come? Table is not found. MUL table module not found, error will come. That time what he will do? Import sys.path.append, that folder address he will give. What he downloaded, where he is putting it into local system, he will put that entire thing. This has already I explained it. I hope, Lokesh, you got it. Okay, got it. Nice. So let us move to the further. Are you able to follow? Without removing? Where? In the first phase, here, I already said that also, I already addressed it. What is this now? Class, child, class child of what? Parent of what? Pass, child pass, child. Child is not doing anything, just pass. How is surviving? With the properties of parent is giving. Class, what is that now? Zero error of what? Exception. I already said in the last class only. Exception is the base class for all the exception. In that lot of code was developed. It provides 3 steps, I said. Abnormal termination, coming out of it, and generates which message? technical error messages. These qualities, the qualities related code was already developed in where? Exception class. That properties are coming as it is into my own class. My class also working like what? Programmer defined exception subclass. Understand? So here, last and final class, you want to become musician. Musician you want to become. Junior musician. Junior musician. Junior musician cannot do any magical powers. When you go to birthdays, something keeping and showing something yellow, green, like that. How it will come? You trained from somewhere else or not? So you are taking some senior magician. He will tell you the magical powers to you. You can do next function. You can also do the magical powers. So these properties are coming. This is what I said, the example, soft example, parent, child, teacher, student, like that. So before my class, don't know Python now? Don't know these entire things? Then you are getting or not? So class, student of Python teacher, colon pass. You need not to do anything. Teacher only will give you everything. Did you understand this? Good. Now let us move to the another example. Clear? Shall we go to one more example? Write up. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will validate name of a name, which will validate a name, name in the bracket. What is the name? People's name, product name, place name. Already we did this, but we are using in exception way, which will always validate the name. Next line. Name must be purely alphabet. Validations I am giving. Name must be purely alphabets. Name must be purely alphabets. Name must be purely alphabets. Next, name should not contain numbers. Name should not contain numbers. Name should not contain numbers. Comma, symbols. Symbols in the bracket except space. In the bracket except space. That's all. Now, how do you write it? Suppose I am writing the code. Enter your name. Enter your name. I am entering my name. In my name, KV $X R I am writing. Allowed? No. So dollar special symbol not allowed. KV12R I said. Allowed? Not allowed. Because digit is there. KVR allowed or not? Allowed. So suppose I will write it. Ravi Shankar. It is nothing but what? Allowed. Ravi 123 Shankar. Allowed or not? Not allowed. So like that. Like that, I need to say any big name, only spaces are allowed. Inside of it, no more things. Shall we write it? Can you imagine that? How many pages? 3 pages. You may have a doubt, sir, can I write everything in one place? You can write it, but you try to have parallel development. Okay, students, let us go to that. What is the first one? I am taking it as what? Name. Come on. Exception dot what? Py. Name exception dot py. Tell me now quickly. Class, come on. Name error. Name error. Name error already there? Name error already there. So what is that is? Something like name, invalid name. Invalid name error. I will write like that. Invalid name error. Invalid name error, because I want to attach error also. Of what here? Exception. Simple. Colon what? Pass. Colon pass. Over. Next I will go to what? Come on. Name. Valid name. Something like validate name. Validate. So come to that. Validate name dot py. Validate name dot py. I'm taking one more kind of file name. Validate. Something is missing. Okay, no problem. Validate. Something file name I'm not worrying about it. Spelling mistake is there. Validate. DAT. A is missing, not a problem. DEF, tell me. Validation. Validation of what is coming? Name is coming. Tell me. Name is coming. What the name is coming? Here I am writing name is equal to something like Mahesh Kumar. Mahesh Kumar is coming something like this. It is the data which is coming. Mahesh Kumar, something like this is coming. How many words are there? 2 words. Suppose I will write Mahesh, MAH1ES Kumar. It is going to be what? Invalid. In first word, invalid. Second word, valid. Suppose I am having something like this. Mahesh hyphen something is there. Allowed or not allowed? So how can I do that? I need to verify each and every word. In order to get the word, what should I do? Split. What is solution? You need to get the solution immediately. Come on, name dot what? Split off. Name dot split off. Split will return what? Words. Words. What are the words will contain there? Here. Words is called list. What is coming there? Mahesh. Next is that. And next is called what? KUMAR. Like this, it is allowed. Now tell me. Now I am saying for. Come on. Word in words. For word in words. Come on. If word dot is alpha. Is alpha. ALPHA. Is alpha. If it is alpha, okay, no problem. Now I am writing not word dot is alpha. First one, what is coming? Mahesh. Mahesh is the first one coming or not? First, what is that? Word dot is alpha? True. Not true. False. Go to what? For loop. What is next coming? KU hyphen MAR. MAR. Is it alpha? False. Not false. True. What I will do? What I will do? Break, I will do it. When you are saying break, students, you are taking one decision. Result is equal to what? Result is equal to what? False, you take it. Before you assume that result is equal to what? True, you take it. It is your own choice. Name, valid name, invalid name. It is your own choice, students. Some X is equal to valid. Some X is equal to what here? Invalid. It is your own way you take it. Invalid. So you are breaking. When you break it, what is happening? If, tell me, X is equal to what? Invalid. You say the same to same as it is here. You say as it is, you say for comparison, invalid. Then say what, students? Raise what? This exception. This exception. What is this? This place you take it. In this case, from where? What is that? Name exception. Import what? Invalid name error. You say here, raise what? Invalid name error. Beautiful. And now I will say, what I will say next term? Else. Suppose if it is Mahesh Kumar, like this. First one is called what? True actually. Not true means what? False. False means what? It will not go to break. It will go. Second one is called what? Kumar. Kumar is also called false only. And it is going to for loop. No more words are there. Simply coming to X. X is still called what? Valid. Valid is equal to invalid. False. Coming to where? Return. What is that? I will say is valid name. Is valid name. Dot format of what? Name. I will say. That too, I'll keep your name in inverted commas. Understand? Now, if it is, this is giving result and this is giving result and this is giving result plus this is giving exception. This is called validate. It is acting as what now? File name and module name. So I'm going to write it. Coming to the next one, I'm going to write main program. I want to take it. Shall I go to the main program? Next, I'm going to introduce. This is called what? What is this now? So valid name demo.py. Demo.py. Now I'm going to take up in this place. Which function I'm going to call? Validation. This function I'm going to take up validation of what I'm saying, name. You say here, come on, input of enter your name, enter your name, enter your name. And that too, validation is an error there. From what is this now? Validate, import what? Validation. And that too, we are calling here, need to write in where? Try. You need not write input. If you want, you can write everything like this. Actually, need not write input because it is reading string only. Now say students, what is this now? Except, except, what is that? Come on, invalid name. This is the one already wrote it. To try to bring it here, you say here in this place and except what here? Invalid name error. Say here, I'm going to say here I will write it. One thing I will say res. Say what now? What I'll say? I will raise it. I will say what you know is your name. I'll say like this. I'll say like this. Like this. Is what? Is invalid. Is invalid name. Invalid name. Dot format of what? Name is invalid name of your name. Also, I'm printing it. This name. And of course, that name is not there. Here only it is going to come. And here, invalid name, I will say invalid name. And I hope you are following me. So this name will not be coming, students, because exception is coming. Okay, no issue. I will write it. What is the next? Else spot. I'm writing print of what? Res. That's all. Try to run this code. Run this code. Enter the data. So I'm writing here Mahesh Kumar. Mahesh Kumar. Something like this. What is that? Mahesh Kumar is what? A valid name. Next, I will go for same thing. I will write it. Try to run this. I wrote it here Mahesh 1 Kumar. So it is going to give you what? Invalid name. Next, I will run it. Here I am going to write it. Something like hyphen I am writing. What this is called? Is invalid name. I will write it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. is invalid name. I am going to write it something like some special symbols I am writing, etc. Something like this I am writing. Also invalid name and say this name and valid name. Are you following? Any doubts? Any doubts? Any doubt? Whenever I ask this down, you will look at me. Do you have any doubt? Like now I will write like this. Now I'm saying space. What is coming is valid name is coming. This I already addressed in the class. Addressed or not? What do you say? What do you say? Go to the code. Add the exception. Come on now. Here I will write it. Here I will write it. Tell me, if you did not enter anything, what is the length of that? Empty now? Empty. What you will write it? If len of words, len of words is equal to 0, say what? Raise what? Space error. Raise what? Space error. Space error. Space error. What is space error also? I want to develop it. Else, this I will write in the other part of it. Other part of it. What is the space error? I will go to space error. First development, go to my exceptions. Say what? Class space error of what? Base exception. Anything you take it. Colon what? Pass. Okay. Happy. I will take one. I will say here comma what? Space error. Okay. Now you come to this place. I do not only this. What is this now? Except here. I will write here also. What error? Space error. You write it what? Space error. Come on. Don't enter. Yes. Don't enter space. Don't enter space for name. For name. For name. Okay, then it is our good practice to write what? Default except block. You know how to write it. Say this now. Don't enter space for name. You say here 1, 2, 3, 4, invalid name. You say there something like Rakesh, something like this. I am writing. So I am writing something like this. So here I am writing 4, 5, 6 is called what? Invalid name. Invalid name I am entering something, some name you enter again. Here I am saying like this. It is going to give you what? Valid name is coming. Are you following? Wherever there is a validation of name is coming, you must have this type of coding. Okay, now in present world, whatever you click, one piece of code will execute. Such a piece of code, who will write? You must write. To write that code, what you must do? You must read the notes. You must attend the class. Sir, everything is good, sir, but reading is the difficult task, sir. That you have to do it. Okay, now students. So clear up? Is it clear today's class? So here go to the index. Pin to pin I am explaining. Index you see. Here importance of race programming example. Tomorrow I'll go for what? Some more example ATM related operations I will do it. Okay now? So clear up? See this point to point. All the keywords completed. Tomorrow 22 points I will ask. 22 points. 22 points. 22 points. Tomorrow 22 points I will ask. And others also raised the hand. Compulsory I will ask others. Compulsory. They from there, and I sit over there, there only I will ask the questions. From there only I will start asking. Okay? Don't come late to the class. All the best students. 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock. 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock. As usual, need to do. Online students, I'll come to your doubts. So hold on. Who is having the doubt? No doubts, you can leave it. Holding the any doubts, hold on. Thank you, students. All the best. Attention online. Lokesh.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Lokesh. Tell me.
So, silly question.
No problem.
Now, if we're working in a team and there are multiple custom modules developed by team members. Is there a way I can grab list of all the custom defined modules available in the repository?
You can get it if they are having the permission. If they are having the permissions to grant, you can access it.
Okay, but there's no way. The way we will list our built-in modules, we can't list those default user-defined
And
modules,
that's
right?
what, if they see, even in Python also, there are some modules are there, dependent modules are there. They won't give
Mhm.
us. Like, for example, you see, when I come to this place, like help, when you come to Python, I'm coming to this Python.
Mhm.
Okay, I will come to Python here. You see, py, help of list, I will say, list. In this list, there are some underscore functions are there. Are you following?
Mhm. Mhm.
These things are protected. You cannot access them in your code. But when you
Gotcha.
come to these things which we discussed, append off, clear off, these things are possible to access.
Got it.
These are
So
protected.
the okay. So what's the use of those underscore functions
Suppose
modules?
when I'm deleting any, suppose pop off, internally it is calling this type of thing, removal. So something, some kind of dependency code is written inside. Suppose when you
Okay.
attend morning time, iter function and numpy, nd iter I said. Nd iter
Correct.
internally called this type of function.
Okay, perfect. So, one more thing.
Yeah.
Can we get back to PyCharm?
Get back to
PyCharm?
PyChara.
PyCharm.
Hmm.
The
Okay.
IDE we use.
Okay. PyCharm. Okay.
So here on the left hand side, I see that main.py.
Yeah.
So why is this required, sir?
They're giving sample file. This is sample file for the new programmer. If they want to run it, they're just saying PyCharm, something like
Okay.
I will run this code. What is an output is coming just like this. You can remove this
Okay.
code. You can remove
So I
completely.
can remove that file, right?
Yeah, completely
Okay.
you can remove. Print off what? Python students.
Perfect.
You can
Okay.
write your own statement. You can run it. Sample code
Oh.
they are giving.
Somehow I thought all the execution starts from this file.
No,
Maybe
not
I'm
like
wrong.
that. Not like that.
Okay.
You can take your own function also. Hello. Like this. You can, this is a sample file. They are showing that this is a file. Like this, you can create your own file like this.
Got. Okay. Perfect. Thanks, sir.
Okay.
Have a good evening.
Right. Good day. Any more doubts, students? Students who are in the online, any more doubts? Mamata. Yes, ma'am. Mamata.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Sir, just now you have shown that name file, right? Sir, could you please